Welcome back to Syracuse Aviation, everyone. Excuse me. It's early in the morning right now. I was pretty excited to hear this air service announcement to Syracuse. So it's not what I thought it was. It kind of is. It is and it isn't. So last night I was really confident that it was going to be Minneapolis, either on Delta or Sun Country. Still would have rather it have been Sun Country, but yeah, it's Fort Myers. So that's really good though. Fort Myers is like my favorite city in all of the world. I just love it in Fort Myers. It's so nice, beautiful place, awesome people, good weather, awesome food, awesome stores. Great beaches, beautiful, beautiful beaches. The white sand is just spectacular. It's a great place. Not only that, but the airport is like my favorite. Maybe even above Syracuse. So it really is my favorite place. So I'm very happy that we got Fort Myers back. This time on, I think, a better airline than what it was on. It was served previously on Frontier, but because Frontier has been so stingy recently, cutting routes left and right, they completely ditched Albany, pulled out of Rochester. Syracuse is lucky they even still have Frontier at all. It's amazing, but to 3 destinations too: Denver, Raleigh-Durham, and Orlando. So that's really awesome. So we have Fort Myers. It's going to be seasonal, just like Frontier was. They did a lot of other routes out of Fort Myers, so Syracuse is one of maybe 7 markets. I'll have to take a look. It's going to be seasonal starting, I think it was November 19th, I want to say, sometime in like mid-November, running through the spring. I don't know when exactly it ends through the spring. I'm still scouring the internet for information on this. It feels great to have a 5th destination out of Syracuse. This was one of my predictions last night. If it wasn't Minneapolis, it was Fort Myers on Breeze. So, makes sense. So, I love Breeze. I love that they're in Syracuse. It's amazing to have them here, taking care of awesome services like Fort Myers. So, it's great to have them here, expanding their footprint. The more routes they add, the better. The more gates we fill up, the more committed that Breeze is to our airport. And as soon as they added Tampa, I knew they were committed to Syracuse. But then they added Norfolk, and when they add Norfolk, you're like, holy cow, they're going at it here. And now they're adding markets that are a little bit bigger, like Fort Myers. It just feels so good to just keep stacking them on. I was also thinking about this. In the year that they've been flying to Syracuse, they've more than doubled the amount of services the amount of destinations that they have out of here, which is completely amazing. That's just how Breeze is, and that's great. I love that about them. They're ambitious, but they're smart. They make smart moves. They know what markets have demand, and they go for it. And Frontier could have done better with Fort Myers. They did like 4 weekly A320s and A321s. Too many seats available, and that's why they lost money. And Breeze is a lot smarter. They're a lot more conservative, but they also know, if they know when they have to upgrade a route, and they'll do it. So that's really good. That happened with Tampa to Syracuse, actually, with Breeze. So I'm hoping they add another Vegas frequency, at least in the summer, because all of our Vegas flights have been selling out. It's been incredible. So yeah, Breeze to Fort Myers, awesome route. Looking on their website, okay, November 17th is what it is. So it's Monday, Friday, A220, 300 on the high-density configuration, which is awesome. I'm thinking it's probably a little more wise to do the low-density to start, just to be a little bit more safe. But either way, I think this can work out really well in time. So Thanksgiving through January is all that's available on the website right now, because you can't go too far ahead in the booking. So I don't know exactly when the route's going to end. I heard winter through spring, so that could be up until June 20th. I doubt they're going to take it that far. Maybe March or April, because it's still pretty cold here in March. And that's a spring break kind of time. Maybe it goes into April a little bit. So maybe April is when it'll end. I don't know. I'm still trying to find information. So yeah, I'm just super excited about this. I mean, ever since Frontier cut Tampa and Fort Myers along with Miami, I knew that Breeze didn't fly to Miami, but I'm like, well, we could at least get them to take over 2 out of the 3 routes that Frontier ditched. I actually did write them a letter, funny enough, asking them if they would consider adding these markets. I doubt that they listened to my letter completely and added these routes because of that, but it could have been like another small, like, determining factor, like, people want these routes to be added back and we'd be a good airline to do so. So that was nice to, I've been thinking about these destinations being added on Breeze for a long time, and I'm super happy that they finally did it. It's just really awesome. I'd rather them be on Breeze rather than Frontier, because Breeze is just so much better. Again, they're so much smarter with their route networking and everything, so yeah. I'm going to find what times these flights depart and arrive. So I'm doing Fort Myers to Syracuse, that way we can get a turnaround on the same day, because that's how they work their flights out. So November 17th. Prices are expensive right now, $303, but that's just because the booking is very far out. I think you can actually get it for like $59 if you book by July 24th or something. So it leaves, so it's going to be an evening flight. So it leaves Fort Myers at 3:35 p.m. and arrives here at 6:45 p.m. So that's actually pretty good, because people would probably want to leave here on Friday, vacation down there, and then come back on a Monday. That way, they get the full weekend, and they only miss 1 day of work, maybe. So, arrives in Syracuse 6:45. So, yeah, that's perfect. They get a full day of work in, then they leave right after that with some time to spare, which is really good. 3 hours 10 minutes flight time, and the return to Fort Myers departs at 7:25 p.m. and arrives at 10:45 p.m. So a pretty late flight. I want to say that this is similar to what Frontier did, because I remember, actually no, I think Frontier's was a little bit later, so this is actually perfect. It's a little bit sooner. It's relatively similar times, but it's a little bit earlier, which I think is going to help a little bit. It's about an hour or so early, like an hour and 15 maybe, because I remember arriving in Fort Myers on Frontier at like 12 something, maybe like 11:30 or something. Like, it was close to midnight, and we were on time, so that's when it was supposed to be. So yeah, I'm gonna look up more press, news and things of that matter. Sorry guys, this is turning into last night again with the long drawn out video here. Yeah, so it's not Minneapolis. Hopefully we get Sun Country to Minneapolis soon. This is still really good though. Again, Fort Myers is just that last market aside from Minneapolis that I was just praying for. Like, we need to get this back. So there it is. We got Tampa and Fort Myers back. After Frontier cut them, we still have Miami on American, which is limited service, so I hope that someone else... American honestly should do like a daily 175. That would be perfect, like an overnight in Syracuse. That would just be so good. But yeah, Syracuse is growing rapidly, adding new routes left and right. Norfolk, Fort Myers, Tampa, Charleston, Las Vegas with Breeze. All of them are doing super well. Obviously, we don't know about Fort Myers yet because it's still a few months out, but I'm very confident it's going to do very, very well. Probably about like Tampa. Fort Myers is just a great place. I'm so sad about the Hurricane Ian back in, I don't remember, was it September through October maybe, 2022? Yeah, that was really sad, but I think they're rebuilding pretty well. They had bridges, built within days to Sanibel Island that they were supposed to take years to rebuild those bridges. They fixed them to where you could at least drive over in a matter of a few days, which is just amazing. The Florida Department of Transportation just crushing it out there. It's super great to see. I love Fort Myers, love the state of Florida. Very important for our air service here. So that's all I have for today's video, guys. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this expansion. Again, Breeze did announce other routes out of Fort Myers that would be taking place. All of them are seasonal, I think. So yeah, but that's fine. It's just really awesome to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.